Hello everyone, my name is Alex Petty and I'm a film student here at Full Sail University. Today I'm going to be talking about the technological advancements in special effects and makeup for motion pictures. When speaking about the special effects and makeup, one has to start at the beginning, all the way back in 1931 on the Universal Studios backlot with Jack Pierce.
Jack Pierce was best known around Hollywood as the Universal Studios monster maker back in the 1930s and 40s, with his iconic work on such films as The Mummy, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, The Wolfman, and The Bride of Frankenstein. Although Pierce is regarded as one of the best in the business for his time, he rarely used the conventional latex appliances, but instead decided to use cotton and collodion, which is a very strong-smelling liquid plastic. So needless to say, you would get more than a few huffs of it while you sit in his operating chair for hours on end. Though Pierce was finally let go by the Universal Studios due to the fact that he resisted the newer and more cost-efficient latex molds that ultimately were more comfortable for the actors, his works will live on in movie-making history.
Now we fast forward a few decades to the birth of the slasher film. Who's ready for some blood and guts? I know I am. So let's talk about some of the greats. Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Leatherface, and let's even throw Pinhead in there. As the years passed and color was introduced into the mix, audiences would no longer be fooled by the chocolate syrup trick from Alfred Hitchcock's great film Psycho. Although tasty, fans wanted red, and red is what they got. Enter corn syrup.
As the years went on, audiences demanded a more realistic movie-going experience, and with the times comes better technology. Even though Frankenstein looked real to our grandparents, wait till they get a load of this generation's Freddy, or Carrie.
A horror movie is nothing. I repeat, it's nothing without tits, blood and gore, and some type of drug usage. It's gotta have all three of those, because when someone goes to see a horror movie, they expect those things. They expect those elements to be there. When they're not there, they get pissed off.
Although not that great of a technological leap, if at all really, it only sets up what was going on the other end of the spectrum. While horror audiences were saturated with blood and guts, the science fiction world was introducing a new technology, animatronics. That's right, they were making robots do their dirty work. Whether they were robots like the famous T-600 from Terminator, or the Jaws shark from Jaws, or even that third boob from Total Recall.
Animatronics in Hollywood provide greater advantages to movie makers because your imagination can run wild. If you can imagine it, then all you need is a little bit of patience and someone who knows how to build some robots.
Well, you see, until that day, the animatronics weren't really developed that well, and when James Cameron came out with Terminator, it was a drastic turn in as far as the animatronics scene specifically. And I can recall that one part when he actually pulls out his eye. And back in 1984, that was just unheard of. You didn't see that, and even further when he came out with the sequel to it. He cuts away his arm and rips it off. You know, you see the bits and pieces there, and he's like dangling about. That was just frightening to people.
Now to talk about the greatest leap in special effects today, computer-generated imagery, or CGI. It first burst onto the scene in the 1970s, but was made famous by George Lucas's epics Star Wars. CGI was used sparingly throughout the years in such films like Star Trek and Disney's Tron.
Over the years, CGI has had no choice but to upgrade with the times. The beauty of this little invention is amazing because you can now control whatever goes on in your shot, and you can add gore along with animatronic. So instead of that dinosaur going crazy and killing all of your actors, why don't you just do it on a computer screen? Or why not make it a model? It's also a quick and painless process by not having your actors sit in an operating chair for hours on end, and the end result is sometimes even better. I hope that you have enjoyed this brief look into the past with me, and I hope to see you all at the movies one day. And with all the 3D advancements being made, it will only be a matter of time before the movies come to you.